On this episode of Dirt Road Traveler, we're spending 48 hours exploring
Glasgow.
Okay, we've arrived in Scotland. We're in the Edinburgh airport and we just cleared customs in 11 seconds. It was crazy. Anyways, we're gonna go out now, find a bus and head our way to Glasgow. And here we are, Edinburgh. Alrighty, so here's the scoop. We were going to try to take the bus. The bus left 3 minutes before we went outside. It runs every hour, and the next bus that was coming in 55 minutes. Well, it was going to be an hour and 45 minutes to get into Glasgow. We have no idea why, but that's okay. So we're taking the tram from the airport now to what train station?
City Centre? I don't know.
No.
How?
To Haymarket. And when we get to Haymarket, we're going to hop on the train now to Glasgow. And the train to Glasgow will drop us at Queen Station, which is like a block and a bit from the hotel. Probably won't be able to check into the hotel, but we will be able to check off our bags, leave them there, and get walking around and start exploring Glasgow. The cold, rainy weather that was predicted for our arrival here is not here. It is actually quite sunny and the sun is super warm. So the 14 degrees doesn't feel like it. So we'll check in with you when we get to Haymarket. This is Glasgow Queen Street Station, and we're gonna head out, go find the hotel, drop bags, and start being tourists here in Scotland. And here's our first vibe as we walk out of the train station here in Glasgow. And Cindy just keeps saying, wow. And here's our hotel for the next few days. The AC Hotel by Marriott. This hotel is actually freshly opened in the last 6 months, and we're very excited. And one other little thing, they just told us our room is ready, and it's only 5 after 9 in the morning, so let's go have a peek. And welcome to room 30 at the AC Hotel. And this is a beautiful heritage suite room, as they call it. This amazing fireplace. Sadly, we won't be having a fire. The view out the window is an incredible old building that we will find out more about to make sure we can share. And the squeaky little door that you just heard open. Try not to go too fast to make you motion ill. This is our bathroom. Beautiful little Derivat console. Wonderful walk-in shower. And of course, the toilet. We are quite happy with our room here at the AC Hotel by Marriott in Glasgow. And our first mural that we see here in Glasgow is dedicated to higher education. Higher and higher and higher education. Spectacular mural. The murals are everywhere. And right behind me is another spectacular mural. These are the beautiful new iron gates of the Glasgow Necropolis. We'll tell you a little bit more as we head inside. And this is to honor those from Glasgow who earned the Victoria Cross for Valor Battle. Well, the necropolis is actually 198 years old. It sits on 37 acres, and there's an astonishing 50,000 souls interned here. It's unbelievable. And here's a little piece for my theater friends. John Henry Alexander, who died in 1851. 55 years of age. And this is a stage. You see comedy, you see the curtain. And it talks about the curtain falling on the last scene. It's over. Very cool. We couldn't be right at the Glasgow Cathedral without coming inside for a look. And it's beautiful. And of course, you never presume anything while you're away, unless, of course, it's a memorial to David Livingstone. So, we're stopping at the Flight Club for lunch. You know the first rule of Flight Club? Yeah, we won't talk about it. So I said we're not supposed to talk about Flight Club, but I couldn't resist showing you around. It's actually a very cool venue. We'll tell you how lunch itself goes. Okay, the lunch special is quite good. So I'm having a falafel wrap, fries, and a half pint of Amstel. Cindy is having this massive pepperoni pizza, and it's £10 each. For our lunch special here at the Flight Club. Beautiful cenotaph here in George Square, Glasgow. Monument to Sir Walter Scott is part of this beautiful square called George Square. Across the center screen right now is the Queen Street train station. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful area with memorials to many very important Scottish figures. Oh, look who it is. It's my sister, Road Traveler. All the way back to the cenotaph where we started our visit here at the square. So this is looking down Buchanan Street, which is a beautiful pedestrian market, formerly
home to the Hard Rock Cafe in Glasgow, but it's not around anymore. Anyways, we're gonna go for a walk down. Rain is projected to start in about half an hour, so I'll try to get in a bit more before we're done our day. As we're getting down to the bottom of Buchanan Street, this is awesome work on the side of this building. Very, very cool. And at the bottom of Buchanan, there's a fair. Well, we had a little bit of a rest after our Buchanan Street walk, and now we're walking down to have some dinner. And that wonderful building directly across the street from our room is called the City Chambers. We're actually walking beside it now through these wonderful arches. And it's an 1800s built building that is basically the city operations building. And how's this for some beautiful decoration in the arches? Alrighty, let's go on and have some pub style dinner in Glasgow. So we are at the Brewdog for dinner. It's a brew pub style place. Not all that busy, but quite a nice vibe. And the beer is quite yummy. They've got a nice specials menu for this evening, so we're looking forward to a light-ish dinner and frankly heading back to the hotel for an early bedtime. We hope you've been enjoying this video, and if you have and haven't already, please consider subscribing right there at that button, and we won't send you spam or anything like that. What you'll get is the occasional notification, and while we're on this trip through Scotland, we expect there to be fresh videos every 5 days for probably 10 or 12 weeks. So anyways, that's what we got coming down the pipe for you. And hey, tomorrow, full day, lots of walking, and I'm already got a good plan for the day, but I will tell you that it ends at Kale Brewdog, which is a Michelin Star Restaurant, for our dinner. So hope you enjoy what is our tomorrow, but really the next segment starting now. Another of the beautiful murals painted throughout Glasgow. Very awesome old building at Ingram Street, and in the, or just below the arches above all the windows up in the top row, is names of Scottish cities. So the Gallery of Modern Art. Beautiful old Romanesque building, but of course there's a monument out front, and the monument regularly has a pylon put on its head. This has been a tradition that's been going on for years and years, and it's great that the pylon is there when we're here to have a look. Well, good morning, and there's a beautiful Scottish breakfast to start our day. A little rainy here in Glasgow, but we'll be out doing our thing. Here we go. So breakfast was awesome. Just look at that view out our hotel room window. It's amazing. So look, drizzly, but the weather's supposed to break in the next like half hour to hour. So we're going to finish plotting out our day. One thing I wanted to mention, we're not big museum folks. So if you're wondering why we didn't go to the Science Museum or the History Museum, it's because it's not really our thing. We are looking forward to going and doing a brewery tour today, and going and seeing the Armadillo and the Clyde Bridge and some other fun stuff while we ride the subway around town. And then, as mentioned a couple other times, we're going to end our day today with a beautiful dinner at Kale Brewdog. So Waiting for the weather to break, but in your time, it's like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So let's take a subway. So fun fact about the Glasgow Subway is one of the 3 oldest subways still in use in the world. And this year, they've just done a complete changeover of all of their train cars. So we're gonna enjoy a loop around Glasgow. So we're beginning our adventure here at Buchanan Street. And it is a clean and quiet subway station. And our first view of the cars shows us that they are very small and very tubular shaped. I bet I'm gonna have to duck inside. So this is the interior, and they're very low. The tube itself isn't all that large, so the cars are actually significantly shorter than what we've seen in any of the subways that we've taken in the past. Well, I know a number of you watching are footy fans, so we couldn't resist coming over and seeing where the Glasgow Rangers play. Now, we're not going to take the tour inside. It's apparently a big, beautiful soccer pitch. But there it is. Okay, we're going over for a walk to the River Clyde. So we're told this is the loudest and greatest and most famous pub in Scotland. And it's raining now, which is wonderful Scottish weather. Alrighty, so we're gonna cross the Clyde River, and we're gonna do that on what they call the Squinty Bridge. And it's also, its real name is the Clyde Arc, which is very familiar to St. Louis folks because it looks a lot like the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, which incidentally was opened in 1965, but minor detail. But from here, we can see the OVO Concert Hall and the Armadillo. Looks a lot like something one might see in Australia. So thought that was interesting as well. And the rain continues as we walk our way over to the north side of the Clyde River. So up close and personal with the OVO and the Armadillo. And did I say it's raining? Yeah, it's raining. But you know what? We were told in Scotland it rains. We're prepared. Two very, very interesting venues. And now we head back onto the subway as we go to find a wee bit of lunch. Well, this weather has escalated quickly. We're just gonna take a minute, figure out where we are, and then we're gonna carry on. Not really a beautiful mural, but it's in a beautiful old area. And we just thought this really vibes Scotland to us. And this is sort of the remainder of that area that I was just videotaping. And check out the clock tower. Very impressive. Another great view and vibe area. So remember the statue we saw last night? Well, look at that, a mural. Well, we think we have found a tour that really wants to call our name. Let's go inside the Tenant Brewery.
So this one here is your Tenant's Lager, the unpasteurized lager. Basically means it's not been heated up. The yeast is still active as a result, resulting in a fresher, smoother, be the best tasting version of the pint you're going to have. And it's coming from those 2 tanks. We opened it about 4 or 5 days ago. It's only got a 30-day shelf life, so you're going to taste that difference. And I'll get you your second pint as well.
And that's why we came to Tenants.
That's why you came to Tenants, absolutely.
And another small mural paying homage to the Duke. Ah yes, the Duke. Another absolutely gorgeous mural. Couldn't not share this. Okay, this mural is pretty incredible. It moves all the way across the back of this series of buildings and then up this building. Some of the things here in Glasgow that are just so beautiful. Amazing. So this is the video from the other end going across to the Highland Cow and the Badger and over towards the mural on the other side. So much work, but so wonderful. So we decided the Black Friar on Bell Street. Check out the size of the hot dog. Yeah. A beer and a Loch Lomond pint and the biggest hot dog I've ever seen in my life. No, that's not zoomed in. Some more cool muraling. Now, this one is in an alleyway that also has Are You Dancing? And of course, the Duke of Wellington once again with the pylon on his head. The murals and murals and murals. And the next one is really cool too. If you're my age, this should have you start singing a song. This mural may remind you of our opening on our Dirt Road Traveler videos. And for those that want an aerial view of what we've been seeing, there's a model on Buchanan Street of Glasgow. So this is the micro cache holder for this geocache. One has to be very wise to understand where to look for this one. And this is the outside as we're getting ready for our reservations at the Michelin Star rated Kale Brewdog. I started into this. This is our first plate. The rest of the plates are going to be by photograph only, so please enjoy.
Got some roasted handlewoods mushroom in there, and at the base of the dish some black garlic and lemon gels. Shaved on top.
54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59.
48 hours. We just spent 48 hours loving Glasgow. Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us that thumbs up. Tell your friends that Dirt Road Traveler is really great. So from here, we're going to hop back on the train and head to Helensburgh, where tomorrow we begin our journey on the John Muir Way. Thanks again so much for watching this episode of Dirt Road Traveler. Glad you stuck in for the whole video. Talk to you again soon.
See you soon.